aka Kendollarz, and I'm coming back at y'all today with a new video. In today's video, we are going to recreate this look right here, which is a total Hollywood glam, and I'm just in love with this look. I feel so sultry and beautiful, and I just think it's a very classic look for maybe a dinner date or a night out or something like that. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look here, please stay tuned. Before we get into the video, I'm gonna get you guys to hit that thumbs up button to let me know that you're loving my new content, and also make sure that you're subscribed to my channel for more Kendollarz. And without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off with a clean and moisturized face. I also applied lip balm just to make sure that my lips aren't flaky. I need to moisturize like 10 times more than usual. I live in Toronto and it is so cold, and the cold will literally ravage your skin. I swear to God, I get so ashy that it looks like I have scales. So moisture is key for a flawless face. So as always, I am gonna start out with my ABH brow dip. I am in the shade Ebony. Honestly, I already have pretty thick and full brows. I already like the shape of my brow. I just use this to kind of define the arch. So I start in the middle and I just bring that out to the outer third. And then I obviously just do the same thing on both sides. And I just try to make it look like as even as possible. Brows are supposed to be sisters, not twins. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Pro Longwear Concealer. And this is one of my favorite concealers, you guys. And I'm just going to use the back of my hand. I'm just going to use about that much. And I'm going to go in with this flat defining brush. And I literally got this from the dollar store and I've had it for like years. It's one of my favorite brushes and I do use it literally every day. So I'm just going to go in with that and my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and just kind of clean up my brows. I swear to God, I hold my breath when I do this because I don't want to like mess it up. I try to be as neat as possible with this step. And after that, I just drag the concealer down, like so. And you should be looking all kinds of crazy. I literally have such dark under eye circles, you guys. I'm a full-time student and I have a full-time job and I am tired as fuck. Okay, so this is what you should have. Honestly, it looks so crazy, which is what leads me to the next step. I'm gonna take this little round tip brush, also from the Dollarama, from the same kit. All these brushes, and a girl still wants to use the Dollarama brush, I swear. And I'm just gonna pat my concealer in and just kind of blend it out so it doesn't look so messy. Oh my God, it looks so crazy. So after I've done my brows, I'm going to go in with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and this is honestly my holy grail eyeshadow base. This is in the shade Soft Ochre, and honestly, I just love this as a base. I like that it's a little bit lighter than my skin, so it helps our eyeshadow show up extra pigmented. And I just go in and pack that onto the lid and then kind of just drag it out into the crease. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm just going to drag that right up into the brow highlight until it meets, because I want my whole entire eye covered just to create the perfect base for my shadows to go onto. I'm just going to go back in with that Dollarama brush and I'm just going to kind of blend that out just to make sure that there's no streaks or anything. I kind of look like Frida Kahlo right now. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with one of my favorite palettes of 2018, which is this Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. And I just love the shades in this. I love that it comes with a matte black. I love all these shimmers here. The only thing about Huda Beauty that I don't really agree with, there was a huge controversy in the beauty industry during 2018 about Huda Beauty stealing a campaign idea from a smaller black-owned business, which hurts the heart. She pretty much just stole the entire idea for her campaign. I'm always kind of apprehensive when it comes to supporting Huda Beauty, but at the end of the day, she does make some bomb-ass palettes, and I love the consistency and payoff of her eyeshadows, so here I am using a Huda Beauty palette in my tutorial. So first things first, on the realist, I'm gonna go in, and because we're doing a Hollywood classic look, I want to use cooler tones in this look. So I'm gonna go in with Suede, which is this gorgeous kind of a taupey color right here, and my Morphe R37 brush. And I got all of my Morphe brushes used in this video from the Morphe website, and it's from the Jaclyn Hill brush collection. Jaclyn Hill also being another controversial bitch, but we won't even talk about her in this video. We're just gonna take that taupe color and we're gonna, in windshield motions, just apply that. I really never use grays. I'm more into warm browns and those kind of neutrals, but today I decided to try something a little bit different, and I do feel like a gray is very Marilyn Monroe-esque. So just pat and blend. And I am gonna do the same on the other side, obviously. So now that I've done all of that, I am gonna move on to face and come back to eyes after. I have such bad ADHD, you guys. I jump around when it comes to doing my makeup. I might not do it in conventional order, but just bear with me. The first thing that I'm gonna do is any extra concealer that I have on the back of my hand, I'm just gonna pat under my eyes because I need a little extra help today. I'm so tired. I look like the Crypt Keeper. And then I'm just gonna kind of buff that into the face with my Real Technique sponge. Mine is so filthy. I'm so sorry. You guys have to see this. I literally stain every single beauty sponge I get my hands on. And that's just gonna kind of brighten up the under eye area before moving on to foundation. My favorite foundation is Estee Lauder Double Wear. I swear, you guys, I have been using this for years. I just love the finish of it. I am in the shade Rich Camel. I am in love with the consistency of this foundation, you guys. So gorgeous. And they claim that it lasts 24 hours, and I motherfucking believe them. It is a bomb foundation. Take about that much on the back of my hand. That might be a little bit generous, but I got excited. And I just pat that onto my skin. I love the smell of this foundation. I love the finish of this foundation. And I actually got a shade that matches my skin perfectly. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a very full coverage look because of the amount of foundation that I have on the back of my hand right now. I make sure that I get that into the hairline, do my ear, and then bring it down into my chin and right under the eyes. The finish, you guys. The finish! Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Laura Mercier powder. And I used to use this for baking, but I don't bake anymore because honestly I suck at it. And it's just not a technique that's ever worked for me in the past. So what I do is I just kind of shake it into the lid here until I have enough product. And I use this brush also from the Jaclyn Hill collection, duh, and this is the Morphe M439, and I just pat that powder all over my face like so, just really setting that foundation. And this will take away some of the dewiness, so you could probably skip this step if you like a more dewy look, but I'm a matte bitch. I like to make sure that my makeup is like on my face. It makes me feel secure. Now that I'm done with my foundation, I am going to move on to contour, and I love to use none other than the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I don't know what's with me using all these controversial beauty gurus makeup today, but Kat Von D is another one that's up on the chopping block because of something to do with her not believing in vaccinations, but I will say the girl makes a damn good powder, so I'm going to go in with the medium shade as well as the darkest shade. I don't even know what brush this is, but it's the R something, and it's from, again, the Jaclyn Hill collection. And I'm just gonna fishy face and buff that contour in. And I literally have like hairy ass cheeks and sideburns, but I'm scared if I like wax it or thread it, it's gonna come back fuller, and a bitch does not need sideburns more than I already have. So if you're wondering like what's going on with my hairy face, that's what it is. And then I take the powder again and I just dab that on my forehead because I love me a little forehead, and I just really pack that into the hairline. I used to do cream contour, but I already have very sharp features, so I feel like that kind of made me look a little bit manly, and of course that's not the look we are going for, at least not today. So I started using powder contour and I just found it a lot softer. So the next thing we're going to do is move on to our concealer, and I am using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this is in the shade, oh my god, that is so filthy. This is in the shade Butterscotch, excuse the filth. Some of my makeup is just so dirty. I'm relatively organized, but it just gets so disgusting. Like, I can only imagine how much bacteria. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna apply that under my eyes. In a kind of triangular. And I just drag that up like that, and I am running out of this. I need to repurchase. Triangle. This part doesn't have to be neat, as you can see. And then upper lip, between the brows, and just on the forehead slightly. And then I like to do a little bit on the bridge of the nose here, and then boop, a little dot at the end, little bit here. I love concealer. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I really love a face full of concealer. Next, I'll go ahead and I'll just put some right underneath of my contour. What this will do is it will really just help clean up your contour and really just define your jawbone as well. So I'm just going to pat that out, and I like to blend the chin, and then I like to blend it up on the sides of my mouth. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to fix up my eyebrows again, but this time from the top. There we go. I'm going to go in with that Dollibabixo brush again, and I just like to detail blend a little bit before coming in hot with my beauty blender and smudging everything. And then you can just kind of blend that into your forehead highlight. And then the beauty blender. So the next step is to go back into my Shade and Light palette, and I am going to take this brush by Sigma. It is a tapered brush, and I'm just going to go into, again, the two darkest shades. And I'm going to be generous as hell because we are using this to set our under eyes, because like I said, I'm not really into the bakey. I guess this is a form of baking, just I don't like Laura Mercier powder to do so. I put it on all the points that I've highlighted. Alright, so after that, I'm just going to go ahead and take my Morphe E41 brush, and I'm just going to kind of brush off any excess powder on my face. Okay, so my next step, I'm going to take this beautiful blush, and this is Raisin by MAC. Honestly, you guys, this is one of my favorite blushes of all time. I really feel like no matter your skin tone, you can never go wrong with a little bit of raisin. So I'm going to take this Soho brush, and I've had this brush for years, you guys. It is just a flat stippling brush. You could use any stippling brush. And I'm just going to fishy face and apply that to my cheek. And I just put that right above the contour. This also helps blend the contour out a little bit and make it look a little bit less, like, rough. Then a little bit in the forehead for some warmth. So after we're done with our blush, we're going to move on to highlight. And I am using none other than Fenty Beauty Hustla Baby Highlight, which is my favorite highlight in the whole wide world. And I'm going to go in with my Morphe M510 highlight brush. And this brush is amazing for highlight. It is one of my favorites. And I know a lot of other beauty gurus do kind of lean towards this brush. And I can see why. Tell me that this glow isn't just something else. It is such a gorgeous, healthy, beautiful glow. I can't get over it. And I like to go all the way. Like, if you can't see me from the moon, then I'm doing something wrong. So I put a little bit of that on the bridge of my nose here. And then, of course, the tip of my nose. And then what I like to do is I like to go in with this little Morphe brush here, and this is the M213 brush, and that same Fenty highlighter, and I just dab the brush into the highlighter like so, and I just plop that right on my brow bone. And blend that out with my finger so it doesn't look too harsh. And now that I've finished my face, I'm going to go back to eyes with the same Huda Beauty palette. This time I'm going to take a smaller headed blending brush, and I'm going to go back in with that same gray. This time I want to define the crease a little bit more. I'm gonna mix it in with a little tiny bit of black as well, just to add that extra oomph. This is really just gonna deepen the crease, which is exactly what we want for this look. Make sure that it's nice and blended out. So you should have something that looks like this. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in again with a little bit of MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I'm gonna take this brush. I got this from Walmart. It's from Still Spot Essentials and it was like $2 something cents. And I'm gonna go in with that MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and I'm just gonna take a little bit on the brush and we're gonna use this to cut half the crease. So I start in the corner of my eye. I make the ugliest faces sometimes, you guys. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. With that exact same brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Bubbly in this palette, and I'm actually gonna use my MAC Fix Plus and spray my brush. I find that these shimmers work a lot better with a wet brush. Now that I've kind of cut the crease, I'm going to go back into my Huda Beauty palette and I'm going to take this matte black in the corner here. And I love that this palette comes with a matte black. Kudos to you, Huda, because I don't think a palette is a palette without a matte black, honestly. And then I'm just going to take this flat surface. This is just a Christmas card from my mom to Candy Bear. Love Mom and Dave. And I am going to apply that black to the outer corner with the same little M433 blending brush that we used before in the crease. I'm gonna make sure I just focus that on the outer corner. So you should have something that looks more or less like this. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with that same gray and I'm just gonna apply that right beside the black on the lid. And this is just gonna help make it look like it's fading. You know when your makeup look goes sideways but you bring it back? This is one of those days. I was really questioning this, but I'm actually starting to see the potential in this look now. Next I'm gonna go in with my NYX matte eyeliner, and I love this eyeliner, you guys. It is one of the highlights of my 2018. I love the brush. It's super easy to control, so I would recommend this if you're a beginner with eyeliner. I start on the inner corner and I just follow the shape of my eye as well as the shape of my cut crease, and I did a more round cut crease today. This is a really messy makeup day. Oh my god, what the fuck? So we're just gonna make sure that we wing out our eyeliner because this is a old Hollywood glam type look. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go line my waterline with this black eye kohl. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Morphe M506 brush. I love this brush for the lower lash line, and I'm gonna go back in with this gray color in Suede, and I'm just gonna blend that out on my lower lash line to kind of smoke things out a bit. Moving on to eyelashes, I'm going to use these gorgeous mink lashes. These are actually from my own line of lashes, and I will be coming out with more details about that soon. I've literally used these 20 times, so I'm just peeling off some excess glue. And I'm going to take my Duo lash glue. This lash glue is also very ratchet. I'm just gonna... And I love these lashes for a cat eye look just because they do taper out at the ends. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side with the other lash. While I let my eyelashes dry, I'm going to move on to my lip. Tell me right now what an old Hollywood glam would be without a red lip. So I'm just going to slightly overline my lips with that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this gorgeous red shade by MAC. This is in the shade Proud to be Canadian, which I am. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that to my lips. By now, you should have a look that looks something like this, and I feel just beat to the motherfucking 9. Like, whoop. So I'm gonna go do my hair off camera, and I will be back with you guys once my eyelash glue is dry to show you the final look. So I am back. My hair is did. I decided to throw these kind of loose curls in. This was a super easy hairstyle to achieve. I just put some hot rollers in my hair, let it set, and here we are. If you guys want to see how I use my Remington hot rollers, then we will definitely do that in another video. To finish off the look, I'm gonna take my MAC Fix Plus, and I got the coconut scent one, and I'm just gonna hold that. So nice. Alrighty guys, so that's the completed and final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications, and I will see you in my next video.